Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Chris, and this is my channel, ChrisP44S. And today I'm going to be playing a game called Magicraft, or Magicraft. Pretty sure it's Magicraft. But it's a bullet hell roguelike with a nice progression system, like a nice kind of story-driven thing going on with some, like an encampment and NPCs. And the whole thing is based around spells and spell casting. And the neat thing is a lot of the spells have some really cool mechanics that can like change a lot of the things, like there's you can basically like change wands, spells, and then there's kind of like some mechanic changer type abilities that you can use to kind of change how your spells move and what your spells how they operate, I guess, like how your spells are being cast and how your spells actually move. So a lot of really neat ideas in this game. So we're just gonna jump right in, and I'm gonna try to play for like 20 minutes. There are some different save slots, but this is the game I'm going with, and it just like is a continuous save, and every time you die you'll come back to the hermit camp here. Notably, this character here, I actually just saved from the dungeon or like the adventure and brought her back to my camp, and she actually lets me spend some of my my currency, I forget what these things are called, these like purple rocks, but basically, and then I can get like a different starting outfit with a different, so I get like a robe, which is like a relic, and then different wand to start with. This one has, like, this is the one you start with that has magic bullets, and this one has arcane explosion, which is decent. I don't think it's super great, but it's decent for sure. So that's kind of cool. Notably too, well, we have the relic thing here. This, like, the relic system reminded me a lot of Brotato, because you get the relics, and then like your character will equip them, and kind of like, so as you go through the story, not only are you like unlocking spells and new wands and like buying stuff from shops, but you're also obtaining relics. And whenever you equip a relic, it actually changes like the physical appearance of your character, which I think is really cool, because then it kind of like, I feel like that kind of stuff connects you to the person a lot more. What? Oh, they gave me this. You can remotely control the wand, and the radius of influence of the spell is -30. Oh, so they did give me this? I thought I had to buy this one. But you see how like my wand can move out, so I can cash the... That's actually pretty neat. So that's kind of one of the things I was talking about, where there's kind of like a lot of things that affect other things, I guess, to say it as simple as possible. But there's a lot of spells that you can get in here and equip to your wand that'll make like your magic bullets actually like potentially change the way they move or not move. I've seen some where like the the bullets, you can cast them and they'll rotate around you like a shield. But anyway, yeah, there's a couple NPCs. These two girls were here when I came. This girl just lets you upgrade like your basic stuff, which continues when you carry it through your playthroughs with each new character. And then there's another guy over here who does similarly the same thing with blood shards. But these seem to affect like the maps and the areas a lot more, whereas this girl, it affects your character a little bit more, as far as like obviously HP coins, backpack, and wand slot. So that's it. I mean, it's a pretty simple game, but I think this is kind of a must play for arena shooter and lovers of sorcery and spells and stuff of that nature. So let's just jump in. I also think that the graphics, like the visual and like the audio, I think are really good. I think like the music that they have, especially in the different locations, is like really nice. Like the music here is super mellow, if you can hear it. I usually try to turn the game stuff down a little bit, but just so people can hear me a little bit better. But you can also pick this up for free as a demo right now, and then I think it's $10 like to unlock the whole game. But the cool thing is like your saved data from the demo will roll over to your new like your purchase title or whatever. So Yeah, so I killed a couple mushrooms there. You can see these are the controls here. The tab is just the backpack up here. And your wand, if you want like a super clean look while you're fighting, you can turn it off. I usually just turn it on. We can switch wands 1 through 2 when I get another one. I don't know how to pick up 3 and 4. There must be some kind of relic that lets you do that. And then just shoot and hold we have a potions thing down here in the bottom right corner. So yeah, but I think the game like sounds and looks really, really good. And now we can enter a coin room or a relic room. So we're just gonna jump into the relic room because relics seem pretty good. Coin rooms obviously just give you coins. There's another room called like a shop room or whatever, and there you can spend the coins. I do kind of wish you could sell stuff, and maybe you can and I'm just like missing something, but I kind of would like if you could go to the shop to be able to sell some of the like spells and abilities and stuff that you unlock, because some of them I just really not like. After you get 1 and 2, I'm not like super interested in them, and they're really kind of have like narrow uses. But I think if you experiment a lot with this game, there could be some items and spells that you think are bad originally that are going to be good later. So we have a relic, so we can gain 3 points of shield when entering a door. All damage increased by 1% for every 2 points of health loss. Grant better sight distance. So this probably just zooms you out, which I think is kind of cool. Okay. I just picked it because I thought it would be an interesting one. So we definitely zoomed out a little bit. I think the better pick there would have been the minus, where you get like 1% damage. Ironically, this will probably make us easier to hit, I think. So there's that. That's kind of cool. But that's kind of like what I was saying with the relics. I think this game does have a really, really fun side, and I think that's part of it that makes it a little bit better for me. And then, ironically, it just looks and sounds great. So we could go max. I guess I'll go max HP, just because I might be a lot easier to hit with this build, with this long neck build. I do kind of like. Part of me wants to do a playthrough series on this game, where we just, you know, maybe like 10. There's like 10 videos of just different builds of me doing like single playthroughs and stuff. I think that would be really fun. The one thing too, there is ways to get rid of your relics, but more so like you kind of like transmute them into other relics and like re-roll them. So I could potentially get rid of this. The likelihood that that'll happen though is somewhat narrow, but not. I think there's a good chance I could see something. Mostly because I got it so early in the game too. Okay, so we got a couple more spells. We got a Disruption Ray, which is super expensive. It costs 40 mana to cast, and then a laser. So we'll just do that. The Disruption Ray is really cool. Yeah. Maybe we could use the Disruption Ray. We can do Witch Work or a Relic Room. Witch Work. Oh, there's actually a chest over here. I'm not sure if I need a key for it, but no, I didn't. Sometimes it's hard to see. I could have destroyed that grass, but basically, yeah, Witch Work. Well, let's run into Witch Work just so people can see it. So similar to the shop, there is some like training dummies here that can tell you like what your DPS is, which is actually pretty neat. So yeah, we're running out of mana, but somewhere around like 35. So we can reroll spells here for coin, and then we can also upgrade. So we need basically 3 identical spells to upgrade, and we do have magic bullets, so we'll just fuse 3 of those together to make a stronger one. I don't necessarily think this is correct, just because now instead of having 3 magic bullets that do 10, now we have 1 magic bullet that does 13. And there's a lot of spells there's a lot of like spells or abilities. What is this? The visceral vicious crystal. The hit targets move speed times 60. It's spell projectile. Does this affect everything or just? Oh, so the hit target's move speed goes down. Its spell projectile speed goes down for 30 seconds. Alright. So we can do a spell or a relic room. We'll do this to the relic room. Let's see, this disrupt ray is pretty cool. The only problem with it is it just chews up like mad mana. But actually, if I can get stuff in a line, it makes it a little bit better. I'm sorry that I took this long neck. Like, I'm sorry to myself that I took the long neck one. I just thought it'd be funny. So we can do another one. That would be kind of cool. Or we could do Guardian Elf, summon 3 elves that help intercept. Gain 2 refresh chances when receiving a relic. We'll just do the elves. So you can see the little elves around me. We're also going to go in here and fight an elite boss. So we'll see how hard this actually is. It's just this jumping eyeball. There are some really, really cool... Like, this guy probably won't be too hard. Only because it's so early in the game. But there are some bosses later that really are pretty tricky. Have, like, a decent number of... like, a big variety of attacks and stuff like that. And then a lot of them will... a lot of them kind of have like you know, like some different mechanics and stuff that they're able to use. Well, mostly like their attacks just get pretty crazy, but they're also their movements get pretty crazy too. But it's definitely like really creative. All right, so now we can get another wand. We can get this ancient relic. Charge 15 points per second while standing. Charge 15 points per second while standing. I think to cast this, charge 15 points per second while standing. Then we also get the Rookie's Manual. Cooldown 1, cooldown 0.5, fire interval 0.2. This is a summon, like a little jelly summon. You can summon 5 at a time. It's actually pretty decent, but we're probably just gonna go with the Ancestral Relic. Yeah, so he just like blurbs this thing off if I'm just standing still. The one kind of thing I like to do right now is when I have the two wands, is I kind of use one wand as like a summoning wand, and I use the other one just for like my attacks. Notably, I think this might be one of like the weakest, or one of the weaker. Oh wow, those are pretty strong. There's a potion right there. This is notably, I think, one of the weakest builds I've had, ironically. So transform 20% of current health into... Actually, this ability, though, seems really strong. So I can transform 20% of current HP into coins. Do I lose my... Alright, let's try to drink it. Oh, so, yeah, so I lose 20. So we can get another spell. Let's go for another spell just because we have the other wand. This wand does have a lot more HP, or MP, and it has a lot more MP regen. So I'm able to cast this like Disrupt Array a lot more, which is good. So the yellow spots on the ground are like slow, and then the green ones are poison. So we got Rock and Ball, and we got Projectile Rainbow. No idea what Projectile Rainbow is. So let's try the ball. Okay. And then the rainbow. So we'll probably just do... I'm going to do it like this. I can open this chest with the spikes on it, but it's going to hurt me. But that's okay. 30% chance to obtain a new potion every time you consume a potion. Where did that go? Oh, that was a relic? That was weird. I never opened a relic from a chest before. Yeah, let's just go for more spells, I guess. Just because it would be nice to get some summons. I probably didn't speak about how the actual wands kind of work, but I guess I thought it was kind of obvious. But basically, like when you have it's weird because usually I have some stuff to summon right now. I think I might take the rainbow thing off because I'm not really hitting anything with it. And I'm trying to use this like dragon fire type stuff because it actually seems pretty strong. Alright, so what did we get? We got the poison, which is something I like, and then we have charging mode. So basically the way the spells work too is you put them all in a line, and then oh, can I charge this disruption right? Oh, you can. I don't know how good it actually is, but the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over. Okay. So like these two like affects all shootable spells on the right, affects all shootable spells on the right. So both of these, like now I'm going to be slowing enemies and poisoning enemies. But there are like say like this one, if I switch. I can charge that. Oh, and I can charge, this affects everything too. Permanently effective while in one. Oh, okay. So sometimes there's some like abilities and spells that you can like they only affect the single spell to the right. They don't affect all of them. So we can go to the shop or we can get more life. I guess I'll just go to the shop and see what they have. So they have some keys here. I feel like keys are pretty good. This is one of like the enchantments that I think is like kind of decent, or like that I think isn't very decent. Chain lightning. This spell cast simultaneously. Spells cast simultaneously are chained and deal 9 damage to objects along their path. So see, like this one is like really like situationally good. Spells cast simultaneously are chained. So like the thing is you need like to be able to, you have to use it with like a scatter or something, where like the you have an enchantment that groups all your spells together. But like on its own, it's not really going to do that much. We do have another wand up here. Randomize orbit effects. Spell duration +3 orbit. Spells circle around the caster. I actually kind of want to buy this. And I want to see what happens to like the disruption, right? Okay. That's it. That's actually pretty cool. So what happens if I put everything down here? I probably don't need that, but I wonder if the rainbow one's kind of cool. Why was it so much bigger? Didn't it seem bigger the first time? It's kind of weird. I want to see what happens when the rainbow one. Oh. That's kind of cool. Oh, this thing just goes off all the time. That's neat. Alright, we're going to switch back to this one. Oh, and then there's another shop here. That's cool. Sometimes, but not always, there'll be like a side room. Oh, so we can, so here we can choose a relic and re-roll it. So let's re-roll the long neck. All damage plus 20%. That seems decent. Oh, so these are all just potions. Gain levitation until you enter your next door. Removes all curses. Copy. If there happen to be 5 types of curses, remove them all. Permanently increase MVP generation by 1. That's actually really good. Oh, doubles the amount of keys you currently own. I'm gonna just pop that right now. Alright, let's continue. Yeah, this thing works. This disruption ray works really well. These snakes are a pain too, but they'll actually be pretty easy with this disruption. Right, let's grab this. Spell knockback plus 50% MP. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, anytime you get anything that has to do with like more MP or MP regen, I think these are probably like the best items in the game. Just because like being able to cast spells faster, like maybe not later if you already have quite a bit of it, but like the knockback could actually be really good too. We're gonna go max HP here, because when we do max HP, we'll actually get, what did I just hit? We'll actually get some, we'll get some HP back. So like, say we get like plus 20 or whatever, it'll give us 20. So like here, we're at 90. So we get 20 more. We're gonna open this crate, but permanently increase mana regenerate by 1. Yeah, that potion's really good. Alright, let's enter the coin room. Just start ripping stuff with our disruptor. Alright, more coins. And then this will be like our first boss. I think this will basically be like the forest boss. This is actually really different because like I said, a lot of times I have like a lot of summons and stuff. So this will be a lot more of me doing movement and stuff like that. But this disruptor ray should like hose him down pretty good. Yeah, 100. Ooh, and there's a side room here. Should be pretty good. So all this stuff, all the purple material and the blood shard are all really good for like the roguelite like upgrades. Oh, so this has tracking. Spells cast with this wand have reverse recoil. Oh, so they move you closer. That's cool. I actually picked up a wand earlier where like your targeting, it said was minus 360. So basically like when you shot, everything would go backwards. So like if I wanted to, like if I was aiming at something here, I had to put my spell over here. Which is like pretty interesting for sure. This seems really good though. MP cost times 75, and then we also have a scatter and tracking. Alright, so we'll take that. I'm probably just gonna pick this one up. Oh, and we keep Ghostfire. That's cool. Oh, that's neat with like the... Oh, wow. Oh, that's so cool. Like the way it lassos. Like, so I can have it... I wonder if that actually like doubles it up. I'm just going to take this thing right off. I might leave the rainbow on. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is one of the cursed rooms. So when entering a shop... So basically I'll lose total HP when I pick one up. All wands plus 1 slot. When dying, you come back with 50% max HP. This relic will disappear. That seems really solid. So this basically will negate like your first death. Alright, so now we're going to go to the next level. I'm probably just going to do a couple rooms here and then stop playing. I think this is like even just in 20, 25, 30 minutes. Like This is a pretty good indicator. We don't really have much to upgrade in the witch's work. Wow, this thing is so cool. Oh, and then we can even move it around afterwards. There's got to be really good items to do that with. I didn't realize tracking worked that way. Oh, that dude's beasting me up. I feel like Iron Man with this thing. That's actually really cool too. I didn't realize we could like bend. So like we can hit this, we can hit people without them even seeing us. Oops. Yeah, one of the things too is like sometimes it's really hard to see. Yeah, how was I bending it so well? Kind of works in a wonky kind of way. So we can get more beast fangs. That seems really good. Immune to slow, no longer slowed down when casting spells. That's probably actually really a lot better, since we're like using this type of spell. Oh, I fell down a hole? I didn't even see that hole. Yeah, I don't think this disruption ray is as good for these guys. These ghosts, there's actually a lot of spells that kind of like AoE, and they're like short range around your character. Those work really, really well for the ghosts. Yeah, this thing is really neat. It's basically like this freaking disruptor lasso. Oh, there's a lot of enemies in here. I feel like Iron Man, dude. Yeah, it's kind of weird because like when I first started playing, I was like, dude, where's all like the fire bolts? Like, where's all the, you know, where's all the ice magic? I really haven't seen as much of it. Double the amount of keys I have? Okay. 14 keys. Permanently increase MP by -5 or 15. Let's drink it. We got plus 15. Let's go. Summon 6 elves, absorb all HP. I kind of need my HP, so I'm just going to take the refresh all doors, items for sale. So the one thing that's happening is like when we're doing the endless bottle, we keep getting new potions every time we drink one, which is pretty neat. But yeah, this is Magicraft. I think this game is pretty solid. I think if you're a fan of like sorcery and spells, arena shooters, roguelites, I think this one's really good. There is some. Let's just go back to. I kind of want to go back to the main menu, but I don't. So basically, like there is some unlockables and stuff that say like coming soon. So hopefully we'll see like a lot of updates with this game and like continuous content. And I think this game will be really solid. I haven't beat the game, and so there is like the one portion where you see the map and there's 3 levels. I'm not sure if there's 3 levels or if you flip a page and there's more. Hopefully there's more. I think it also seems like though like the bosses and stuff aren't fixed, the rooms aren't fixed. It's all random or procedurally generated, so you're gonna get a mix-up every time. It's just one of those games that I think they everybody who worked on it, or if it was just one person, has done a really great job. It looks and sounds great. I think all the mechanics operate really well. I think it's a game where you can kind of break the game if you get the right pieces, but I think that all depends on your luck and getting those pieces and basically like testing the mechanics and stuff. But I can see this being a game that I and other people could dump a lot of hours in. So with that being said, that's Magicraft. I hope you play the game. If you do so, please let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what spells you think are OP, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right.